I'm getting extremely irritated. I really am. I don't know what to say right now. I'm honestly getting a little frustrated. Thank you to all the Canadians who are in the chat. I'm going to use this comment as a jump off. Please do not go back and irritate, harass, message. Okay. I was having a again, maybe I'm just the weird one. Maybe I'm the weird one. Because when I watch videos on TikTok, I don't just react to the one video I saw. If I see that a video has a comment attached to it, I click on that comment and then I go through the video. And then I watch to see what the conversation is like. What did this come from? And I realize there's a lot of people who, and again, it's like, did you all even watch the video? Like, I'm really frustrated. Like, the fact that I messaged you back and I'm talking to you, and again, I'm asking people, please do not go back and bother this person. I just get very frustrated with having to type paragraphs on this app. I'm sorry. If I want to type a paragraph, there are plenty of other apps to do that. TikTok is a video app to me, and I have the opportunity to reply to comments with videos, so I do that. Because why not just continue the conversation that way? I'm not interested in sitting on TikTok and writing paragraphs. So I'm sorry, that's never going to be my thing. So, trying to scroll back to some of your comments. So, I think there was just a lot of people who did not watch the original video. In the original video, I was talking about my Jamaican heritage and the complexities of being somebody from that identity, and having people tell me that I should not identify as that because I was not born and raised there, but yet and still people still approach me by identifying me as someone connected to the culture. And then I said I'm not going to go back and rewatch my videos, but I probably said something to the effect of why I choose to more lean into that Canadian identity. And he said that I'm the only one who thinks I'm Canadian. Most people see me as an outsider. And I was basically explaining to him the dynamics of racial identity in Canada. That in Canada, it's not necessarily a look. It's not necessarily a certain way of practicing a culture that makes us Canadian. What makes us Canadian is the fact that we have Canadian citizenship and that we've all decided to embrace Canada as our home. This was just a back and forth conversation, and I've already made a video on my account asking people to stop harassing Kevin. And I don't even know what to say. I appreciate that you guys are here to defend me, but this was a conversation. This wasn't, I appreciate that you guys are ready and willing to embrace me as Canadian and welcoming me as Canadian, but we were literally comparing and contrasting Canadian and Jamaican identity, and I was trying to explain to him that the way Canadians see Canadian identity is not the same as Jamaicans seeing Jamaican identity. We were having a conversation, and for some reason people are taking this conversation as him. Yes, he did say that people would see me as an outsider and nobody would see me as Canadian. I get that he said that. And on the surface, that does sound really exclusionary. And on the surface, it could sound racially charged. But in the context of the conversation we were having, he was trying to tell me that even though I'm clinging to a Canadian identity, because of my heritage and because of where I've come from, he didn't believe that Canadian people would see me as necessarily one of them. He thought, you know, they probably would other you because you have features that belong more to your Caribbean heritage. And I was trying to explain to him that, hey, that's not exactly how it goes in Canada. We're here, we come from multiple identities, we come from multiple places. Again, this was a back and forth exchange. We were just talking. And I appreciate you guys coming on the defense. I do. I think Kevin's got the point now. And I don't think, I don't want people piling up on other people in my comments. Even if somebody says something that upsets me, I don't want to pile up in my comments. Okay? Because I don't think you're helping people to learn and understand and to expand their mind if everybody's just dogpiling on them. And that's something I actually really don't like on social media. And to me, when I appreciate your comments telling Kevin that, you know, that he can leave if he doesn't think I'm Canadian or whatever. Sure, great. Or maybe I'll just read your comment word for word so I'm not misquoting you. You said, hey, Kevin, since you're not from this country, we, the owners, in brackets Indigenous, ask you to pack your bags and leave. She can stay here as we do not need your hate here. She's safe. Go away now. We are bored. And then when I replied to you to say that I've asked people several times to, so I wrote after that, I said, I've asked people to stop coming to harass Kevin. Please cut it out. He and I were just talking. Can we be civilized? And then your response is, what is above? Then why post this to begin with? And it's like, again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you. I understand your heart, that you were coming to try and defend me. But if I'm telling you that I'm having a conversation, we were just having a general conversation. I was talking to different people. I do this all the time on my main account. I pick people's comments and I make videos based off of them. And I'm going to tell you that I've been on TikTok. I've been posting on TikTok since January of this year. I've never had a situation where I've posted a video reply to a comment, and I've had a flood of people come and pounce on the person who I was originally talking to. I understand you guys are trying to defend me. I understand that you guys are trying to be supportive and show that, you know, you're anti-racist and that you guys welcome everybody and all this stuff. That is great. But I really think he was just trying to compare and contrast Canadian and Jamaican identities and just saying that, hey, I don't see how they're going to welcome you if you kind of look othered. And I had to explain to him, like, look, Canadian identity is completely different from Jamaican identity. That has more of a clear-cut culture and heritage that comes with that. There's specific rules as to the identity and who can belong, and in Canada it's much more fluid. And I think we need to relax. You know, I apologize. I didn't realize that people would take that comment as hate. I really didn't. I really was just piggybacking off that comment to say, this is an explanation of Canadian culture and identity. I genuinely didn't think this was going to blow up the way that it did. And if people are going to continue to be crazy, maybe I do need to shut off the comments, because I don't want this. I genuinely don't, because now it's like, what, do I have to do private videos to specific people when I'm trying to talk just to them? Like, I don't want dog piles in my comments. Do I need to shut off comments so people can't reply to things? Like, what needs to happen? You know, I don't really understand your comment. Why post this to begin with? I was having a conversation. You guys reacted to one part of the conversation. I think you really missed the nuance of it. Right? I really think you guys missed the nuance of it. I'm speaking to people who don't live here, who don't understand the culture locally. And so I'm trying to break things down for them. And because they said something that you're reading from your cultural lens, it's now turning into a really bigger situation than it ever was. And I'm not sure I'm liking that. That's really all I'm trying to say here.